If you're not doing what you want, it's because you're still afraid. Guys, it's the Fit Cosplayer. Welcome back to the channel. Just like I said in the title of this video, you are really, really afraid of what people think of you. And I can say that because so am I. This past week, I've had the most amazing experience at Comicpalooza in Houston, and I've had my first panel. I met so many of my friends, old and new, and I entered my first cosplay contest. If you want to see the video for that, click right over here. And I've been wanting to make a video to talk about my amazing weekend and all of my experiences, but I've been procrastinating. So I sat and asked myself why I'm procrastinating. And lo and behold, I dug deep and found out I don't have enough time. Oh darn. And I kept digging and I asked myself, well, why don't I have enough time? That led to, well, because I don't put it in my calendar. I don't have time for it. There's nowhere on my schedule that says I got to film a video or I need to sit down and create content. And I realized the reason I don't do that would then be because I'd have to. So if something's in your schedule, it gets done, right? That's essentially the rule for writing things down and making plans. The intention is that you'll do them. Oh, and I did mention, yes, there's a bag on my head. I will explain what that's for. So my intention hasn't been to create content or shoot videos. And the underlying reason beneath that is, you could just say I'm procrastinating, but there's a reason people procrastinate. It's because they're afraid. And the reason you're procrastinating on what you want to do in your life is because you're afraid. You're afraid of what other people think of you. You're afraid that you might not have enough time. You're afraid that you're gonna look stupid. And like me, you're afraid that no one wants what you have. But the only reason you would care about that is if you cared what other people thought about. The only reason I'm procrastinating is because I'm afraid if I take the time to make this video, to make this content, no one's gonna watch it. So then I tell myself, I might as well do nothing because then no one can watch my videos and tell me that they don't want it. But then I'm not making anything. You see how this is an endless loop of procrastination. Procrastination in any form is just fear. That's it. You're afraid of what people think of you. You're afraid of looking stupid. You're afraid of what your parents will say, your friends will say. And as much as I don't want to admit it, I'm afraid of what people are going to say. And I've been doing YouTube for 4 years. I thought I was over this by now, but turns out I'm really not. I've just learned to push it down long enough to create a video, and then it comes right back up. And in this moment, I am doing that currently. I feel really afraid that I'm gonna shoot this video, post it, and it's gonna get 0 views. And that might happen. And that's okay, because it's not gonna be because I didn't do it, it's gonna be because maybe that's not content people want. And of course, I can learn and I can read my YouTube analytics and figure out the type of content people want, sure. But I think this is something really important that people need to hear. The reason I've got this bag on my head is because right now I'm dyeing my hair. I was procrastinating to shoot this video, so I started dyeing my hair. Not that I didn't want to, right? I didn't make a complete 180 and do something else. I wanted to dye my hair. I wanted to get a clean room. I wanted to take a shower. But I also wanted to shoot this video. And because I'm afraid if I shoot it, no one's gonna watch it, my brain said, hey, you know what's gonna be a better use of your time? Dyeing your hair. So I go at it. While my hair is dyeing, right, I still have time for it to be in here. I realized I could just shoot a video anyway. And of course, there's a part of me that's like, don't shoot it with your hair dye and put it in a bag. Like, that's dumb. You're gonna look weird. Once again, I gotta do this while I'm afraid, right? If I'm not gonna do it anyway, like, why would having a bag on my head make a difference? To everyone out there who's afraid, to people like me who actually care if their content has views on it, to those of you who want to start something new, but you're afraid of other people's opinions. You're afraid of not being worthy. You think people don't want what you have. That's all a lie. It is a habit that you created based off of maybe at some point in time, you needed to feel that you didn't have time, that you weren't worthy. Maybe you felt that at one point in your life, but because of that one point, you keep repeating it. And now saying you don't have time for something, saying that you're afraid, giving all sorts of excuses is just a habit you built up. It's a story that you tell yourself that you don't deserve it. You don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to follow your dream. You don't deserve to be on YouTube. For me, to you, you deserve it. You deserve happiness. You deserve success. And that's not gonna come from avoiding it. So shoot the video, make the content, say the words, write that book, start that business, do the thing that you wanna do. And who cares if other people think it's weird? Who cares if you think you're weird? But I promise you, more likely than not, you're making this all up in your head and no one really cares. In the nicest way possible, no one probably cares about the thing you're doing. In a negative way. I'm sure, yes, there will be haters and I'm sure there will be people who don't understand your vision, but you get to be the one that fights for your vision, nobody else. And at the end of the day, you get to have your bag. I'm telling you, you're worthy, you deserve it. Go out and fight for your dream. Even with a bag on your head, even if you feel like you look stupid, even if you make a 5-minute video and you really want to make, even if a bug interrupts your video, and even if you don't think you have earned it, even if you think you've done so much stuff in your life that you can't come back, or that you're too far gone, or that you don't have enough time, that's the story I tell myself. I love you, you're amazing, you're wonderful, and like I always say, your results show up when you do. So show up, let's get some results. I'll see you next time.